Game 1, Jason Holder haunted Pakistan's top order, reducing them to 23 for 4. Shahid Afridi, who was making a comeback to the fold, whipped the Windies. He, along with Misbah ul Haq, helped lift the total over 200. In reply, the hosts found the going tough from the word go. As with the bat, Afridi was awesome with the ball too, running through the batting order. He took 7 for 12 to guide Pakistan to a 126-run victory. Hello and welcome to the highlights of the second one-day international between the West Indies and Pakistan in Guyana. The pitch in the middle looks to be on the slower side and promises to assist the spinners as the match wears on. The toss was won by Misbah ul Haq and he asked the hosts to bat. Teams then, the West Indies haven't made any change to the 11 that was humbled by Pakistan in the opening game. Once again, Chris Gayle will open with Johnson Charles while their batting order is beefed up with Darren Bravo, Marlon Samuels, Karen Pollard and Dwayne Bravo. Holder was impressive in the opening game and they'll hope he replicates the performance in this match as well. Pakistan meanwhile have fielded the same 11 too. Apart from Misbah and Afridi, there wasn't any notable contribution from the lineup and they'll hope the batsmen step up to the plate in this one. Their bowling attack will be led by the 7-foot fast bowler Mohammad Irfan. Time to get straight to the action then, it's over to the commentary team.
Sunny day here, and like yesterday, torrential rain in Providence in Guyana, but sun shining the outfield, as we've been saying, very good drainage system, and we're starting on time with Chris Gayle run out in the first match of the series when the West Indies were dismissed for 98, their lowest total in a one-day international in the West Indies. A lot depends on him. So Darren Sammy with a landmark, 100 one-day internationals in the first match. 2 landmarks, Chris Gayle 250th and Marlon Samuels his 150th. Mohammad Irfan, who caused so much problems for the West Indies top order in the first match on Sunday. Now we'll wait for Gayle to take strike. Gayle and Johnson Charles, who got 1 ball in Sunday's match. Interesting to see how the pitch plays. It's the same pitch being used as that on Sunday. And here's the first ball of the second match. Good start by Mohammad Irfan, right on target. Peter Nero is taken over as the West Indian umpire in the match. Joe Wilson was on duty on Sunday. Nigel Long of England is the other umpire. Paul Rifle on the right hand side is the television umpire. He'll be adjudicating on the DRS, which is in use today. Correction, I'll make a correction on that. We thought it was going to be in use today. In fact, wasn't in use on Sunday because of the tightness of the schedule. Still not quite ready. Mainly because of the rain yesterday. Pitch was undercover, so it wasn't possible to calibrate all that was necessary for the DRS system, so it won't be in use either today. And the other ICC official off field is David Boone. Both of them are former Australian Test players, of course, and both were here in the Caribbean in 1995 when West Indies lost the Frank World Trophy after a long period. 15 years the West Indies had gone without losing a Test series, and that was the first one. They won 2-1 Australia in that series in 95 when Mark Taylor was the captain and Steve rifle was in the side as well, and so was Boone. First run of the innings to Chris Gale. He's got him caught at the wicket. So Irfan strikes very early on. Gale outside the off stump. Ball didn't come back into him. Just went away late enough to find the edge. An early wicket for Mohamed Irfan. And the big one as usual, Chris Gale.
It is that late away movement again that has Chris Gale going after it. Full of length, so it drew him into the shot. And these new balls, you've got to have better technique and better judgment. 1 to Gale, 2 for 1.
Outstanding first over from Mohamed Irfan. Picked up the wicket of Chris Gale. And it brings Darren Bravo into the strike far, far earlier than he had hoped. And the West Indies had hoped. Left-hander, of course, and will be posed some serious questions by Irfan, at least, with the ball swinging away from him. In the meantime, Asad Ali, the right arm bowler, to Johnson Charles. Well, Bish, you mentioned Gale's technique, that front leg going across.
Yeah, once the ball moves, you're always likely to nick this off behind, because as you can see, the front leg went down the line of leg stump or middle and leg stump, and the bat was away from the body. Exactly what any bowler with the new ball would want, to draw the bat away from the under the eye line.
Just past the fielder, pitching just in front of him. Typical left-handed shot, typical Darren Bravo shot, and gets him a boundary. The first one of the innings.
It is a loose ball, and he's positive enough in his mind, good enough with his footwork to dispatch it. And you've always got to have that sort of mindset, that while you're looking to be technically sound when the ball is moving around, you've got to put away the bad ball. Yeah, the bowler apologizes. He wants to be a lot tighter in his line.
Found the gap. Outfield's a little bit slow because of the overnight rain, the heavy overnight rain. So the fielder has the opportunity to put it back. They'll cross for 3. Very strong out there is Bravo.
Too much whiff again. Not as much as the previous delivery that got struck for 4.
Again, short, and this time Johnson Charles wastes no time in putting that away. We had a sellout crowd here on Sunday, absolutely packed. Estimates were something in the region of 17,000 watching. Here's Irfan now to Johnson Charles. And he hits a full toss through mid-wicket, was waiting for it. Kind of delivery, not quite as lethal as the one which got him first ball on Sunday. And he's very quick to put the bad ball away.
That's a lovely shot. He's looked in good order out there. Bravo, the ball will go across and touch the rope. On a heavy outfield, this was beautifully timed. It had to be timed.
Well, the West Indies fans had very little to cheer about on Sunday, and now they're seeing a bit more adventure, a bit more positive stroke play. Darren Bravo, excellent time off the ball. And And they're getting it over this outfield, which again has drained superbly. A tremendous amount of rain yesterday. We might get a bit of a repetition in a few minutes' time. There he goes again, capitalizing on the width outside the off stump. Looking really to cash in while he can in the early overs.
I think it's a mistake to introduce Asad Ali with the new ball. He's only medium pace, and his value is as a reverse swing bowler. Because of his action, because of the pace, because of the line and length that he bowls. A little too wide outside the off stump, and the left-hander cashing in once again.
Using his feet well, and gone all the way, continuing to go positively.
I promise you that sounded like a half hit. He didn't catch it in the middle of his bat, but still sailed over Afridi's head for a good six. Nice use of the feet. Just continued with his bat swing, even though he wasn't to the pitch of the ball. Didn't need to be to the pitch. He's a magnificent striker of the ball, and announcing his presence.
That went right through everything. The batsman, the keeper, and going away for 4 byes.
It wasn't supposed to spin from Hafiz. It did. 49 for 1.
No ball. Maybe just as well that he didn't get a touch. It certainly angered Mohammad Irfan. And here's a free hit. And that'll excite the fans just a bit. Nothing like the crowd we had on Sunday.
His front foot has got to be about 2 foot away from that popping crease, because his size 15, I believe. But he's certainly bending his back, and that, I think, has resulted in a free hit, stretching himself and going over the crease. Right then, what are the options for Bravo? There's a deep point in place, there's a square leg in place as well. Mid off, mid on, up in the ring. Look to hit it straight.
Just the single. Was giving it everything. Just couldn't get enough meat onto it to get it away square. A real slash.
That's gone fine for 4. Just one slip in place. The Yorker placed very nicely by Bravo. He enjoyed it. Difficult ball, and he got the slice with an angle bat, played it away through the slip cordon. Very good shot. That's gone fine for runs, 4 of them. So Irfan being just a little bit expensive. This was off the pad though, but West Indies have collected 9 runs so far from this over.
Again, the right left hand combination, just making the adjustment. Bit of a challenge now for Mohammad Irfan.
That's gone off the edge for runs. Ahmed Shadar is not going to catch this one. Afridi quick through the air and a fierce edge, doing fairly well for Charles. He's on 30 now. Bad, and just a little bit of spin, slicing it past Ahmed Shahzad at point into the 3rd man boundary.
Well, that's no question. He's a long way down. He went after him, and gave him the charge. Afridi gets a wicket. Not the best of options. Ball away outside the off stump and going further away.
This looked a bit premeditated. Left this crease a little bit early, Johnson Charles, and really looking to hit a leg break in the wrong direction. Beaten and stumped. 31. It was a good innings while it lasted. West Indies now 81 for 2.
Marlon Samuels has been through a rough time in 2013 after that magnificent year he had in 2012. Struggled for runs in the one-day internationals, had an injury in the Big Bash in Australia which put him out of some West Indies matches. Since then he's come in, he hasn't got many runs. Needed now, 81 for 2. And Afridi picks up his first wicket to follow his 7 in the match on Sunday. Johnson Charles stumping.
Almost as if he'd made his mind up that he was going to go after this one, and didn't get near it.
Just shaved the stumps off the inside edge. Goes for 4. Rub salt in the wounds. Just missed that leg stump. Could well have dragged it back into the stumps. Luck there for Bravo.
It's good bowling from Asad Ali. Nice and straight. Just slight shape back into the left-hander. Squeezes through between bat and pad.
The good thing for the West Indies is that they haven't lost a bunch of wickets up front, and with these new regulations, only 4 fielders outside the circle in the non-power play overs, plus the batting power play, which is due with their hitters. If they can bat well with the power they have in the last phase of the innings, they could get a very good score. If they bat well, because we also know that there are times when you save your wickets and then it all crumbles, you lose a few too many at the end.
I think the 3 all-rounders that West Indies have, Pollard and Sammy and Bravo, can be managed well if they're exposed to just about 10 overs, 12 overs maximum. I think they're at their lethal best in the last 14 or 15. Ask them to construct an innings, build an innings. I think they just don't have it in them, because they don't seem to have that kind of temperament. So if West Indies can stretch this partnership along to something like 50 and go into the deep part of the innings, West Indies can manage a good total. 100 comes up for West Indies. Oh, that's gone through the keeper and very close to the stumps as well. He'll earn a boundary and he'll raise his bat to the gallery also, because Bravo has just played another very fine innings for West Indies. He's got a 50. 50 from 72. That should make him very happy. Now, how close was that? Because I think Saeed Ajmal was appealing for leg before, thinking, in fact, it's given as a leg by. I thought there was a little bit of bat involved. It was a quicker one from Saeed Ajmal. Hit the thigh. Could have gone on to hit the leg stump, but there was a little bit of doubt, and that doubt was given to the batsman, which usually is the case.
Bravo swept quite a few times today. I can't ever remember seeing him sweep as much as he has done. You always got to be looking to add things to your game, and certainly has looked at the sweep shot today as a better option to score. It's good to see.
Wahab Riaz has gone from third man to long off, and well, he's been asked to come back into the ring. He'll get runs, 4 wides in fact. Saeed Ajmal missing his mark, missing his target, 5 wides. Innings extras, not 21. It's an ambitious shot from Saeed Ajmal, even though the ball was kissing the leg stump, but it was always going to be a not out for the umpire. So it's in Pakistan's interest to keep Samuels on strike. It is doing that kind of batting at this stage. 52 balls for just 11. He's got to break free, break down the shackles and look for something more substantial. That's well done at short leg. So just 6 from it. 116 for 2.
Catch it! Again, bit of a leading edge, but this time we'll go away for 4. Looking to go straighter, possibly to the onside. And for the second time, miscued, but this time earning the boundary.
As I've seen, sometimes you have to look to get some ugly runs. This one just went straight on, and Samuel's trying to direct it.
Oh, yes!
Deceived completely. Excellent delivery. Drawn forward. And the Dusra accounting for Darren Bravo.
Well, this delivery was perfectly pitched. It was full, brought him forward. Didn't turn. That's the one that playing for spin, Bravo expecting to spin away from the bat. But the Dusra just turned and went between bat and pad. Goes now for a well played 54. The West Indies 123 for 3.
Randall Simmons is the new batsman. Decent enough career, but you get like so many of these West Indies middle order batsmen in and out of the side. Started against Pakistan in 2006 in Pakistan.
Trying to play it too square and play with that bat away from the pad. Darren Bravo, you can see how he was really trying to play it into the offside, and it was the one that spun the other way.
And there's the indication. Always pointed out that since the changing of the rule that require the batting power play to be taken before the end of the 40th over, most batting teams seem to wait until the absolute last moment to take it. Overs 36 to 40. Seems almost as if it puts the batting team under more pressure than the bowling team. Saeed Ajmal back on his 4th spell. 3 fielders outside the circle are at long on, deep mid wicket and deep backward square.
Hey!
Still struggling to get the ball away. And just the one boundary of 64 deliveries so far, Marlon Samuels.
He's asking the question, If you want to score, you have to try something different, because that shot's not going to get you anything.
Ah, yes!
And he did try something different, which is what the bowler wanted him to do, and he's bowled.
And I think his reaction said, well, Saeed, you got me this time. Backing away, looking to make room. And the delivery that just went straight on and hit the off stump. Yeah. Might be disappointed, but recognizing the quality of Saeed Ajmal. Painstaking 21 from Marlon Samuels. The West Indies 137 for 4. Wayne Bravo failed to score in the first one-day international. Now he's come with the pressure on. A couple of wickets going down in the space of 14 runs, and now the batting power play in effect just started, for that matter. But it's Saeed Ajmal, the one who's operating. Bit of a change taking place. Umpire Peter Nero moving to the offside. With the short leg in place, we wouldn't have had a clear look at the crease.
Worst time to lose a wicket. He's asking Samuels a question. Try something different if you want to score. Backed away, opened the face, and into the off stump it went. Really didn't present much bat to that delivery, Marlon Samuels.
Got it!
Sweeps. And you get a top edge. Did he hit the pad? And they're going to come back, and they'll get 3 in the end.
Between the keeper and slip, and for 4. Well, they'll take any boundary they can get. But the West Indies batting has reflected mainly, I think, a lack of confidence. Players who have not got runs recently found the gap, you might say.
.150s come up for the West Indies.
Steepling catch, the keeper's gone for it and holds it well. Umar Akmal, a wicket for Shahid Afridi, yet another one. And a spiraling catch off the top edge from Simmons, attempted sweep. So that's a dismissal which signals a drink on the field. Keeper called for it, knew he had it, and took it well. 150 for 5. So West Indies up against it here. They'll need something quite dramatic from these two, and then Darren Sammy. Good, strong hitters of the ball, but they haven't been for some time. Leg by is given.
It's been an important period for spin since the first power play. The spinners have bowled 20 overs for 69 runs and taken 4 wickets. So those middle overs again have proved crucial with the pace off the ball. Now, important innings here for Pollard. Very, very important innings in the context of, I think, his immediate future. His form has been non-existent.
Nice confident shot to get off the mark. That's a very good shot. Well, he's freed himself. That'll give him confidence. Darren Bravo, a typical shot, leaning back. Correction, Dwayne Bravo, and hitting through the offside.
He's played as much on the length, not so much the line. Because it was short, it allowed Bravo time to come back and pierce that offside.
Short and well hooked away. Bravo in place for it very early on.
Good delivery, lovely channel. Is that given out by the umpire? No, just beat the batsman. But what a good ball to bowl at this stage. He's into it. Over and have a look at this. Cross the seam.
This couldn't have passed too far from the edge. And it had everything. It had the length, it had the bounce. Beaten all ends up.
Oh, it's a hard drive, straight drive, magnificent drive. Pollard has played a blistering drive and great to watch. Saeed Ajmal just wasn't interested in defending this one.
An indication of Pollard's power. There is a long on, and this was struck so firmly. He only had about 15 yards to go to his left and could not get there. That was a really well hit.
So a ball is not even running, even though there was long on in place. Hafiz had no chance. The bazooka is working fine now.
Again, just a couple of yards for long on to go to his left, and so well struck. He couldn't get anywhere near that. Slow delivery from Wahab, and Pollard picked it up, waited for it, and smashed it down the ground. Because if you get it wrong...
There's that big shot. 6. It's not working for Wahab Riaz, but it surely is now for Pollard. Great shot.
As I was saying, if you get it wrong, aiming for that block hole, to a man of Pollard's power, that's what's going to happen. Can't set a field for that. Can't put a man up in the stands.
A lovely piece of timing. He always times the ball beautifully. Big shot, drive, and almost a 6 on the bounce over the rope. Big over for West Indies. They needed it. Wide down the leg side, extra has gone for 4. Not a good start. 5 wides.
Just trying to get it up in that block hole. Just pushing it down the leg side. Asad Ali. But you could see his intention was to bowl it full. His compass was just a little bit off.
Innings extras 35. Way too many. Well, this is quite funny because now he's asking for not a change of bat but change of gloves because he lost his bat. Wanted to hit it somewhere around that Boda cricket ground in Georgetown. Almost got Irfan with his swing of the bat. Bowled him, lovely piece of bowling. That's the second consecutive Yorker, and this time the off stump is out. What a good ball.
It was good control from Asad Ali. Right up at the stumps in the block hole, and Pollard trying to make some room. Gets no bat on it, and into the lumber it goes. So good innings, maybe a return to form for Kieron Pollard. He's 30, and the West Indies now 220 for 6.
#100th one-day international game for Darren Sammy. Another Yorker, another good delivery. This is good, consistent Yorker hitting over so far from Asad Ali. Not easy to demonstrate such skills against somebody as heavyweight as Pollard. The first one was a good one, and the second one was even better. Did a fair bit of damage. Down the leg side, Sammy dives. Has he made his ground? Has he made his ground? They're appealing vociferously. It's been given as a wide by the umpire, but you could still be out.
No, what does this look like? That looks out to me. Didn't he hear the call of wide? Why would you run for that?
Not a great outing on his 100th one-day international. He's looking for that light. It's a red one, Sammy, so you got to go. Good job done by the keeper. Hit the stumps, and Sammy was just about 6 inches or so short of the crease. Gone for 3, 226 for 7. So we have Kemar Roach at the crease, and he'll face a delivery as well rather than being at the non-strikers end, and he's now at the receiving end. Bravo should have been on strike. He's running hard, and a chance of a run out. I think he's got another one. Umar Akmal has got another one. Showing good presence of mind. He challenged the batsman and then threw down the stumps just when he was nearing his target.
Well, the plan was to go for the run, but Dwayne Bravo changed his mind, and Roach was stranded. Good work from the wicket keeper, but can't say that he didn't expect something like that. Roach goes for naught. It's 226 for 8.
Sunil Narayan is in, and he'll face the ball instead of Bravo being on strike. And West Indies, I think, have got it wrong. They ran off a wide one. Sammy got run out, and Bravo since then has not been on strike. He'll be on strike now. You'd want a set batsman to be on strike. And so in a way, West Indies losing the plot. Just 3 runs so far, 2 wickets in this over, both run out. Was given a wide. Bravo ran for that quick run. Sammy was always going to be tough for him. Didn't make his ground. And then the next one was an easy run out for Umar Akmal, but he showed good presence of mind, didn't panic. That's 4. That'll do nicely for Bravo. Attempted Yorker with third man up in this ring. It went quite easily to the fence and brings a little bit of misery and frustration for Misbah-ul Haq.
It's a full toss. You expect that he would put that away. Outside edge, still gets 4. Final delivery. Wahab will be aiming for that block hole.
That's a good last ball from Wahab Riaz. In fact, a very good over. Pakistan picked up a couple of runouts, and West Indies end the innings on 232 for the loss of 8. Will they have, or do they have enough in the kitty? Only time will tell. Pakistan do not bat deep, and so if Hafiz and a couple of the other frontline batsmen go early, West Indies surely will be in with a good chance of winning this and making it 1-all.
Well, a lot is going to depend for the West Indies on how they put the second half of this game together. They bowled well in the first game, didn't bat well. They batted well this time, got to a score that's usually a winning score on this ground, but it still needs to be seen how now they're going to come out and bowl at Pakistan. We've seen that some of the bounce has gone out of the wicket. It tends to get a little bit low later on. They'll have to assess the situation and realize how straight they have to bowl and make life difficult for Pakistan. So I think a reasonable total for the West Indies, but it's still game on.
Yes, Pakistan bowled well in patches. Irfan especially once again was impressive. 1 for 38, 1 for 35 for Asad. He was given the new ball instead of Wahab Riaz. 2 for Afridi, once again showed his talent with the ball. And Ajmal 10 overs, 2 for 45. Pakistan need to bat well to get to 233 at 4.66 runs per over.
I think batting conditions here are a little bit better than they were on Sunday. Ball hasn't done as much for the faster bowlers. It's done a bit, but not as much. So for Nazir Jamshed and Shahzad, they might find things a little bit more accommodating. Running between the wickets, I think, will be important here for Pakistan. They can move fluctuate from the ordinary to the sublime with their batting. So this is not a given by any means. There's 2-3-3 to get.
It really has turned out to be a beautiful afternoon weather-wise. Started with the imminent threat of rain. It's a lovely clear afternoon, and really everything is tailor-made for the Pakistanis to go after this total. Look at that blue sky all around, looking out towards the east. Earlier this morning it was all grey and dark and ominous. The rain was sweeping in. And yet again, the routine in the Caribbean of finding the shade anywhere you can, even if it is the shade of the light pylons. We are a resourceful people in this place called the Caribbean. There, the sunshine driving the fans right up into the shadows of those stands around the ground. A bit of adventure here from Shahzad. That will bring him a boundary. First runs off the bat. Virtually at the start of over number 6.
It's a good response from this young batsman. Things have been pretty vocal out there, and he would have surprised Jason Holder with this advance down the track to get the first runs on the board.
He dropped it eventually. Juggled it at least 3-4 times. Johnson Charles tried to come to his assistance. And Jamshed has a life.
Yeah, this should have been routine. It's wide, it's not a great shot. Look at how wide this is. Would have been a wide if he had allowed it to go. And there's so much pressure, he's tried to get bat on it, and that should have been held.
That was the wicket the West Indies were looking for early on. And he finally gets off the mark off his 22nd delivery after being put down. Into the hands and out again, and clutching and snatching, and Johnson Charles not even able to help. There he goes, that's a good hit. Out towards the main scoreboard.
It's a good pickup shot. I've looked at Jamshed over the last year or so, and he's a good player of the short ball. He's one of those subcontinental players who is very good at the short ball. It's a lovely pickup shot. Another thing that'll do for the batting pair is give them a little bit of ease, because it just quietens the fielding team for a moment.
That's gone too. It's too short, and it's gone for 6. So 2 sixes in successive overs. And every time the ball has been short from holders, been put away. So they have put the footing accelerator as Fazia Mohammed had observed, and that's not a good delivery.
Yes, the ball just stood up, and Ahmed Shahzad played a beautiful pull shot. He was in position early and hit it extremely hard over the fence. So very good strike.
And he's gone with him. So the first wicket claimed. Good delivery from Roach. Just kept his line, brushed the edge on his way through. Shahzad's gone.
Very good delivery. It stayed the course. And Shahzad was hanging his bat to that one, caught behind, an easy catch and a good reward. Kimar Roach has been very good, especially in his first few overs. Gone for 19, Ahmed Shahzad, 37 for 1.
Mohammad Hafiz, very experienced Pakistani player. In the longer form of the game, he would be the opening batsman. He's coming at 3 here. His 123rd one-day international, age 32. A reasonable start behind him. Ended with that rather speculative push by Shahzad.
Yeah, didn't pick up the length, didn't pick up the line. Roach went wider of the crease and didn't seem it a great deal, but it was just the perfect length and line for him to get a good result.
Bad delivery from Narayan. It's a matter of confidence one feels with him. And he starts with a bad one.
He set himself such high standards that obviously he'll be very disappointed with the first ball of a spell. Maybe he's just a touch rusty because of that injury on his spinning finger. I think it was on the right middle finger, if I'm not mistaken. Straight away now a deep point in place. And that allows Hafiz to just rotate the strike quite nicely. I think West Indies need to bring that fielder up in for Hafiz. He's just walked in. That was his 3rd ball of the innings. Because if you allow Pakistan to rotate the strike, get Hafiz in, settled, then it'll be tough for West Indies, because he's experienced, as is Nasir Jamshed now.
That's beautifully bowled. That's the kind of bowling we expect from Narayan, and what's got him his reputation and his standing. Big turn on that. beautifully played. There is not much of a gap between the extra cover in a shortish position and the mid-off. Too short and really well put away. Hafiz back and punching it square for the boundary.
Semi not finding the right length. It once again sat up for the batsman, and it was Hafiz who crashed it through point. Very good shot. Middled it.
Off the inside edge, down and just past the stumps, and will go close to the boundary and go for 4. Lucky.
After all that work to settle down, it's not a delightful shot, but he gets a 4. Inside edge, the ball stopping just a little bit and very close to his off stump. Ball sneaking through the legs of the keeper there. He had no chance, Charles, to put the shutters down in time.
Fielder is out there and taken, well taken too. So Mohamed Hafiz trying to get off the Narayan and hitting it down to long on. Had to anticipate the catch well. Lendl Simmons is out there and he did that, came in and took it cleanly. So 2 down for 64 and Narayan strikes, and you can see his confidence building all the while today. Mohamed Hafiz going for 20, 64 for 2.
Captain Misbah Haq makes his way out. He's come in at the fall of Mohamed Hafiz's wicket. And this is how that happened. Now the wicket to Narayan didn't quite get hold of a lofted on drive, and hold out to Lendl Simmons at long on. Narayan picks up his first.
You almost think he should endorse a brand of coffee.
What do you mean by that, Faz? And just as Fazir Mohammed sledges him, he goes over long on. Can you smell the coffee now?
Well, there are no Blue Mountains here, but he's certainly gone some distance up and over. Well, if that's what's going to get him going, I'll do it a bit more.
And Misbah goes to the reverse sweep, and you'll get 4. So he's starting to open up a little earlier than normal. Well, at least this will keep Fazir Mohammed awake.
So about 100 balls earlier compared to what happened 2 days ago. Marlon can't believe it.
And that struck away. Pulled down by Samuels and put away by Jamshed.
Too many short balls. Started with a real donkey drop early on, and this wasn't much better. Got the treatment that he deserved.
Well, that'll go for 4 perhaps. Outfield slow and just stopped inside the boundary, and we'll come back for a 3rd. Sunil Narayan is out there. Lucky to get an inside edge and get 3 runs off it. First of all, lucky to miss the stumps and then to get 3.
Come on, boys. 89 can do it.
In the air, fielder coming around, it's Gale, and he drops it. As soon as he hit the turf, the ball popped out. Not an easy chance for Chris Gale. He got there, mistimed entirely. Second chance that Jamshed has given. Just 2 runs separate the teams at this stage. Lovely piece of fielding. Diving attempt to get back in. Johnson Charles demolishes the stumps. He's just there, just a little bit wide of Charles. And in the time it took for him to get the ball back onto the stumps. Yeah, he's home quite comfortably in the end. But a really good piece of fielding. Tyron Pollard. Return just a bit wide, but he was very quick to get there and rifle the return back in. Just the fact that it was a little bit wide of Johnson Charles gave the keeper just a little extra time to get to the stumps. Here's that miss, number 3 in the last over. Well, he reckons he's gone. Gale has it. Yeah, does he? Oh, out. Didn't have it firmly enough. On an edge again, no slip. Goes down to the boundary for 4. Jamshed using every part of the bat. That now separates these two from being together. That's a terrible shot. Unlike Misbah. Difficult to know what he's trying to do. Yet he goes.
Give himself far too much room and allowed Sammy a good look at the stumps. Just a couple of dot balls, and uncharacteristically for Misbah building that type of pressure to play that shot. Well, he goes for 17. 103 for 3.
So that's a crucial wicket for the West Indies. Sammy given all the stumps to look at by Misbah and obliging by hitting them. Misbah bowled 17 from 41 deliveries. Asad Shafiq comes in now. Bit of experience, 43rd match for him.
Well, look at this wicket again. Look how early Misbah goes. How far he goes. Almost gotten himself out of reach. I struggle to understand that. Marlon Samuels bowled a good over before that only went for 2, and just 1 or 3 balls prior to this one from Sammy's over. So I assume there was a perception of pressure, but it's a wicket the West Indies badly needed, and they got it. That's exactly what they wanted.
Bad delivery, put away for 4. Even Sammy then apologises for the shortness of the delivery and the width as well.
Yeah, it's quite unusual for Sammy. Into his 8th over, and he's already been struck for 5 fours, which is half the fours hit by Pakistan.
Now for the left-hander, deep point now moves a little bit straighter. I suppose you would call him deep cover now, to be precise. Short third man, short point. Quick point, long off, extra cover, deep point. And where does Sammy bowl it? Samuels bowl it on the legs, so they can get a single into the vast empty spaces on the leg side.
I don't think I was in the legs. I think it was just short of a length on or outside the off stump, but the batsman walked across his stumps because there was shortness of length and worked it into that leg side. So I thought it was smart batting. Because based on the field set, yeah, you see it's outside the off stump, but because it was back of a length and slow, Jamshed knew that it was going to come in direction, so get it off length, leg side moving across.
And that's a mistumping. So that's the 4th chance now given by Jamshed. Murmurings in the crowd. Jamshed pretty far out of his ground, and Johnson Charles not taking. 117 for 3. I think there's a national lottery here in Guyana. Jamshed would be well advised to buy a ticket tonight. Well, he was a long way down. He just hit the pad. Yeah, I think it did, but it went into the gloves, or should have gone into the gloves of the keeper. But Johnson Charles may have been just distracted by the fact that it did come off the pad, but gloves were there. He just didn't collect.
That's gone at cover. Asad Shafiq misses out on a loose ball, really. He could have put it away anywhere on the offside, found the fielder at cover, and so West Indies have picked up another wicket just at the right time.
And Marlon Samuels gets away with a long hop here. Kicks the fielder out, the big tall Jason Holder straight to him. Samuels picks up a wicket, his first, and Asad Shafiq has to go for 10. Pakistan 122 for 4.
West Indies were creating pressure, and in the end they got a good one, got rid of Asad Shafiq. Umar Akmal, he can be dashing, he can be good to watch, but he can also disappoint you. Mercurial character, Umar Akmal. Asad Shafiq would be very hurt with what happened to him in the end, because that was a loose ball, almost a half trigger, found the fielder at cover. Was well timed, well middle, maybe the balance was a little off, and couldn't find the placement.
Yeah, I think he was still pulling away when he struck that ball. Didn't really get himself set. And that lack of balance may have just kept it in the air a bit longer than he wanted it to be. Umar Akmal now is in, and he is, as we know, a dasher. He plays shots. Likes to score quickly, doesn't like to be tied down. In fact, none of the Akmals do. They all love to play shots.
That's close enough to call, is it? A quicker one, a straighter one. Not the kind of pace that you'd be attempting that sweep shot against, so he's very lucky to get away with this, because had it been on target, would have been curtains for the batsman here.
It was quite full, and adjudged to be going down, and probably was.
4. Quicker one from Samuels. Trying a few things out there, Marlon Samuels. Trying to deceive the batsman with a faster delivery. 88.3 kph that last ball. Found the edge, found the fence.
And this one just went straight through, but a bit wide of off stump. Should be looking to bowl more on the stumps.
Big drive, finds Sami on his follow through that shot. Can't simply now throw it away. He's been given in fact 4 lives. No timing on this drive from him. So all he has to do is to just carry on with the job and stay till the end. Big shot over mid-on, good shot, good thinking. He had the fielder in mind, and that ball has raced away to the fence. Nasir Jamshed has got a 50.
He's played some good shots, interspersed them with some terrible ones, but this is one of the good ones. Well thought out, mid-on was up, and he had just the right length to just clip it over mid-on before.
His 8th one-day international 50. He's got 300s as well, and I believe all against India. 2 back-to-back hundreds against India in India. So he's quite capable of getting a century. Let's see whether he can manage one here, because if he gets one, Pakistan should win. Running hard, and that's missed by Kemar Roach. That allows Omar Akmal to come back very quickly for the second. West Indies off the ball in the field. They've dropped catches, they've misfielded. Not looked very sharp.
This has been a big problem, putting both halves of the game together. And that's the mistake by Kemar Roach. Looking up long before the ball was in his possession. Batting power play now being taken. Only 3 men will be allowed outside the circle. So Narayan comes back into the attack. He's got himself a wicket and been pretty economical so far. He's changed the pace at which he bowls. I think he's bowling a little bit faster in this game, a little bit quicker, a little bit flatter, giving the batsmen less time to decide what they're going to do, and it's worked pretty well for him.
Good time for Pakistan to make a little bit of recovery. Required rate is 6.67. 3 fielders can be outside the ring in this batting power play, which will last from over 36 to 40th. That slashed and just over the head of the fielder that was coming in. Bravo.
Not the best shot he's played today, but he gets away with it once more.
Big shot over mid-on. Will this be taken? This should be taken. Roach takes a good one. Finally, a catch is taken, and Nasir Jamshed leaves when Pakistan needed him most.
Well, this ball was directed across him and he's hitting against the angle. Seemed to catch it close to the bottom of the bat. Roach circles, and one of the few West Indians that has held on today takes a catch. And Nasir Jamshed's lucky day comes to an end. At 54 he's got. Valuable runs for Pakistan. It's 137 for 5.
Shahid Afridi, 356 matches and over 7,000 one-day international runs. He's at the non-strikers end. He'll be at the strikers zone now, Shahid Afridi. Targeting Afridi's end was Kemar Roach. This wasn't such a great shot. The mid-on was up in the ring, so maybe that prompted that flick from Nasir Jamshed, but after getting to a 50 when Pakistan needed him to stay there till the end, he lost the battle. Very good catch by Kemar Roach. Circled around that one, but took it quite cleanly, quite nicely, quite strongly in the end, because hit the floor, didn't grass it while hitting it. Oh, that's misfielded, and that ball will go across to the fence. It's Jason Holder, the tall fellow at point, and Narayan is not a happy man. That really should have been stopped.
Well, this is a really ordinary approach by Holder. Should at least have knocked that down. Got himself into a bit of a tangle.
Oh, wanted to pull it and almost gone done by that pacey one from Narayan.
Yes, he's realized that you have to put a little bit more on the ball, a little bit more pace on the ball on this pitch. Otherwise it's going to sit up to be hit. So he's made that adjustment, and his figures reflect that. 38 overs gone, it's 143 for 5.
Down the track, it's a straight hit, and it's nicely placed and well fielded by Lendl Simmons. Does really well. Always difficult to judge where you are with regard to the fence, and he knew exactly when to stop the ball, when to dive, and how far away he was from the fence. Good shot, good cricket overall. Yeah, blocking it with both hands.
Well, there's no question what Afridi's intentions are. There always are. Hit the ball as far as possible. And he's missing them.
Strike 2.
Well, he decides this time he'll just tuck it away for a single. So that raises the 150. Means 83 more needed from 63 deliveries. Half the wicket standing. Umar Akmal now. Shaped very well, Umar Akmal.
Keep going, all right.
Back with Afridi.
Just a couple of deliveries left in the batting power play. We've lost a couple of wickets. Yeah.
There he goes. Well, it had to happen. Came off on Sunday with that tremendous innings of 76, 5 sixes. Not so today. He's happy. Afridi not so happy. And a stumping by Charles. And a wicket for Narayan, who has come back to his best today. Gets rid of Afridi for 5. Wahab Riaz, left arm quick bowler, bats right-handed. Comes in to replace Afridi. Ends the over. Successful over for Narayan, 151 for 6. 10 overs remain. Had to happen. Tried 1, tried 2, and then tried 3 and missed it, and was out of his ground by a long way. No difficulty this time for Charles. He's round the wicket. Umpire Long says not out. Always difficult to get one from round the wicket. Yeah, he's mystified. Samuel's not as mystified as Wahab Riaz with that shot to leg which went off.
Keep going now. Oh, yes. That's it.
Difficult to work out the Pakistani tactics throughout their innings. Misbah al-Haq seemed to play completely out of character.
It'll be a wide. Signal man for long, leg side wide. Pitch in line and would have hit the stumps. Middle stump indeed, but we're not using the DRS system, and judging by the look on Darren Sammy's face, that would have been reversed on the DRS appeal. But not being used here because the equipment not yet established in Guyana, will be hopefully in St. Lucia. Good change of pace.
Well, you've seen most of them, Tony. You need to be always cautious when you talk about the West Indies having this thing firmly in their grasp. Especially when you're playing against Pakistan, you never know what could happen next. Two very unpredictable teams.
Well, what they need here is boundaries. 4 or 6 somewhere along the way, and they need a big over, because that asking rate is now up to 9.73 runs per over on average over the last 7.5 overs. Motored for the first.
Back up,
Only one. That's a long time. 30 balls without a boundary, and they do need boundaries with the run rate mounting. It's been a very good spell by Pollard. Captain has gone for him and entrusted the job to him.
Takes the pressure off Bravo himself, because he hasn't bowled particularly well in the last couple of matches. Has been very expensive. Good for the captain to have these options, these many options. So Narayan bowling well. 43 overs gone, 162 for 6.
Well, bowled all over the place. All over the place. Trying to sweep and got himself into a terrible tangle. And the third wicket for Narayan. Wahab Riaz goes.
Yeah, well, that was really embarrassing. Right through the legs, under the body, and onto the stumps. No need to appeal, Sunil. You've got the wicket already. Wahab Riaz continuing the procession of Pakistani wickets. Gone for 3, 162 for 7.
Said Ajmal comes in now. On a good spell today, 2 for 45 from his 10. His job really as a bowler, not so much as a batsman. I've not seen that before. Batsman sweeping and being bowled between the legs, under the body. Somehow found its way onto the stumps. Fine return, right over the top of the stumps. Darren Bravo out there. First Dwayne Bravo. Captain's a long way in the deep, a long way away from the action. Well taken. Outside edge, Narayan picks up another wicket. So from 3 matches in which he didn't get a wicket at all, he's now come and got 4. This is his last over. He has a couple of more balls to go.
Yeah, well, didn't know too much about it. Saeed Ajmal would know all about mystery deliveries and a simple catch to Darren Sammy at slip. And that's what happiness is all about. Wickets after a bit of a dry period. Saeed Ajmal gone for 1. Pakistan sliding away now, 164 for 8.
Azhar Ali comes in at number 10 now. 69 from 38 balls. Could be a hero here. But it needs something absolutely amazing, even by the standards of these two teams, for Pakistan to get up to win this.
2 deliveries left for Sul Narayan to try to finish with 5.
Appeal for something. They're coming back for a second, and they're getting it. Ball just brushing the pad on this way through for 2 leg byes. So Narayan finishes with 10 overs, 1 maiden, 2 for 26. Correction, 4 for 26. And that's a tremendous spell, one which brings him right back to his best. So he's finished, Sami is finished. And the West Indies with 6 more overs to complete the job. 166 for 8. Couple of runs here. Close, but he dropped the ball in any case. Asad Ali sliding home, would have been home, I think. The ball was dropped, so any such consideration doesn't come into play. Let's see. If he had taken it, yeah, he would have slid home. Barely.
Well, he wasn't even sliding in. Look at that again. He was asking to be run out, basically.
That's a good shot. But he pulled back just inside the boundary. Sunil Narayan doing it with the ball and in the field as well.
Yeah, let's look at that again if we can. Asad Ali coming back for the second run to the non-striker's end. When you're at primary school, you're taught about sliding the bat in, whether you're number 1 or number 11. And look at this here from Asad Ali. Turning, running, and look at that, the bat in the air, never sliding it in.
And yet we see so many international batsmen running between the wickets, leaving a lot to be desired. Just the basics, not putting the bat down, running in with the feet. We saw that from Lendl Simmons in the IPL and others as well. The backing up, not holding the bat in the left hand, but holding it rather in the right. Just little things like that, which, as you say, Faz, you learn at primary school. Sliced array. That's a single. But then there are things from primary school that I don't remember now anyhow, so.
Well, I think I remember a shot like that in primary. That is what you call a garden variety whoop. For those not familiar with that, that is basically a swipe on what we just saw there. just threw everything at it. Not that it seems it's going to make any difference at this stage. 5 overs left. Pakistan 173 for 8.
173 for 8. I like her description. A typical Trinidadian, very graphic in their descriptions. A VUP. I mean, when you say a VUP, you know exactly what you mean. We saw that from Shahid Afridi. That was a out-and-out VUP. Trinidad, they use such expressions. A ball which is a shooter is known as a zandoli, which is a snake. So when you get a zandoli, you know, it's right on the ground and skidding through. Oh, Dwayne Bravo comes on to have a bowl himself. A single for this.
And of course, if you say something completely foolish, you're referred to as a kunamono.
I know someone not too long ago who wrote a column in a Trinidadian newspaper and was referred to in the island which didn't like what he had written as a kunamono. And Bravo said bold as soon as he saw it go through. It wasn't too far away. Well, I didn't know what a kunamono was until I heard the Mighty Sparrow use it in a calypso once. Didn't refer to anyone who had written the newspaper column. Referred to something completely different. And I didn't know who the author of the article was. So it's been since pointed out to me. Whoop. And a miss.
It's good for these fans, though, in Guyana to see the West Indies on their way to victory. Dwayne Bravo getting a bowl towards the end. Played a key role towards the end of the West Indies innings. So often they tail away and fall away. So Pakistan throttled the West Indies on Sunday.
Going to go round to the boundary. Holders onto it. Wayward return, but the batsmen have remained in their creases. That kind of afternoon, nice bright sunshine and really fierce. Need protection from it. Devon Smith in the West Indies reserves using a towel on his head to keep it off.
That's it, bro.
And that's been banged away for 4 by Umar Akmal, who's playing the last fighting hand here, Ramiz.
Yes, batted really well. Sensible knock from Umar Akmal. I thought Afridi was today clueless, and that really marred Pakistan's chances and hope to match West Indies in that batting power play. They needed an Afridi innings. That's good batting. There's another example of how good he can be. Playing with a lot of energy and showing a lot of common sense. Not an easy shot to execute, but he made it look very easy. Needed a partner, someone to carry on the good work. Nasir Jamshed was a costly wicket because you just cannot get out after getting a 50, and that too when you've been extremely lucky. And then Afridi was so good the other day and so ordinary today.
Well, having given Pollard a lot of praise for the spell that he bowled prior to this, he's now gone for 3 boundaries in a row. And he cannot afford, as loopy as that slow ball was, to give room outside the off stump.
Not happy with the fielding effort, but it wasn't a great ball as well. It just spun away from the fielder at point. Big one, 6. Magnificent. Yeah, it was always going to be a 6. 50 for Umar Akmal, and a fighting 50. Something bright in this Pakistan run chase, because others have faltered, failed. Umar Akmal just carried on and got to his 50 with this big swing of the bat over square leg.
Jason Holder, the tallest of the West Indians, just failing to haul it in. No, this hasn't got any distance on it and should be out. Very simple chance. Marlon Samuels takes an easy catch. Change of pace from Dwayne Bravo, and Umar Akmal cannot believe what he's just done.
Yeah, undone by that change of pace. Bravo very good with his variations. Almost checked his shot when he was looking to drive it. And good neat catch by Samuels. Getting a 50 and getting out. Second batsman to do that in this innings. Nasir Jamshed was the first one. But this was a good innings from Umar Akmal. He kept it going and going for himself and for Pakistan. Exactly 50 when he got out to Bravo. 195 for 9.
The last man to the crease, Mohammad Irfan, but he won't be on strike. The batsman crossed while the catch was being taken, so it's Asad Ali on strike. Catch, it's a cry, and it should be taken. Pollard doesn't drop many, and he takes it. Game over. West Indies win to square the series, and that is what it means to Bravo. They win by 37 runs. And they will go to St. Lucia 1-all, and some people holding on to some things for dear life.
Yeah, very good recovery, very good win, and this will keep them going now in this one-day series. 98 all out in the first one-day game, blown away by Pakistan, and today it was West Indies who got the better of Pakistan, and via distance. Slower ball, Asad Ali looking for that big glory over mid-wicket. Pollard initially misjudged it. Sun was in his eyes, but he got a good one in the end, and Bravo started the celebrations. West Indies needed this win. It will give them a lot of lift, a lot of confidence, and what a good comeback. Asad Ali was the last man dismissed. He's looking at the middle of the bat. Never could get many in the middle. So West Indies win by 37 runs. They win the second one-day international. This series is 1-all with 3 more to play. A very good performance in the field. Even though they missed a lot of chances, but at the end of the day, West Indies were the better side. That is how, in fact, both teams are. Very unpredictable. But Pakistan today, 195 in their run chase, 50 for Nasir Jamshed and 50 for Umar Akmal. Shahzad Hafiz Misbah got starts but couldn't do anything about those starts. They faltered and failed, and so it meant more pressure on Umar Akmal. Shahid Afridi was pretty clueless in his 5 from 10. Wanted to get out and didn't look half the batsman that he looked just the other day. Riaz for 3, Ajmal for 1. Pakistan have a long tail, and it showed in the performance also. 195 all out. Narayan was the pick of the bowlers. 4 for 26 in his 10. The initial burst and pressure was supplied by Roach. 6 overs, 1 for 14. Sammy 1 for 46, just a little expensive. 1 for 32 for Samuels. Pollard was good. In crunch moments, he bowled a good line. Bravo 2 for 9 finished the game for his side by picking up the last man. West Indies 232 for 8, and Pakistan in reply 195. West Indies win by 37 and level the series 1-1.
And for his 4 for 26, Sunil Narayan was declared the player of the match. Hope you enjoyed the highlights. Goodbye.